On a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell me what level of pain you had?
5,000, 10,000. I mean, I just can't. It was the maximum. I've never felt pain like that ever.
William Coleman describes to the court the feeling of being force-fed through his nose, saying it caused him both physical and psychological pain.
Like violated. Pretty much.
Coleman has been on a hunger strike since September 16, 2007, not ingesting any solid foods for a year and a half, only sometimes drinking liquids. An inmate at the Osborne Correctional Institution convicted of spousal rape and sentenced to 8 years in prison, Coleman says he's protesting what he believes is Connecticut's corrupt judicial system.
Judicial system, but the criminal and family courts are just not capable of deciphering the truth or willing to consider the truth.
Now Coleman is defending his right to refuse to eat as the Department of Corrections asks a judge to make permanent a temporary injunction issued in January 2008, allowing the state to force-feed Coleman.
And why is an inmate who's on a hunger strike a safety and security issue for the department?
Well, first of all, we don't want the inmate to harm himself. And in this case, Mr. Coleman is causing harm to himself, which could cause death. Second of all, I have 19,133 other inmates that I have to worry about.
Brian Murphy, the deputy commissioner of the Department of Corrections, says he worries about other inmates copying Coleman's hunger strike, something Suzanne Duquette, director of psychiatry, says is already starting to happen.
I've had the occasion to already speak with an inmate in the last several months who specifically stated to another healthcare provider as well as myself when I went to see him that he was engaging in a hunger strike because he wanted the same kind of attention that the inmate at Osborne was getting.
Duquette says the impact on the prison population would be significant if Coleman was allowed to starve himself to death.
He made clear at the trial as well as in depositions and meetings with me that he's willing to die but doesn't want to die. But he feels so strongly about this cause and the problems that he's willing to inflict major damage upon himself.
But Coleman's lawyers from the Connecticut American Civil Liberties Union says hunger strikes are an important form of peaceful protest.
Our position is that an inmate's right to privacy, in this case an inmate's right to privacy of his body, to refuse unwanted medical treatment, is one that does not disappear when you go into prison. Just as a competent adult would outside prison, if you don't give informed consent, a doctor cannot perform a medical procedure on you.